Hey y'all, once again, damn, you know, I don't see how people that deal with movies and TV and stuff, I just don't see how they're able to put up with these cameras. I have the most problems trying to figure out how to do lighting and all kinds of stuff for the camera. I ain't got a clue. As always, it's a disaster area in here. You know, I really like to keep my little cave here like really nice and neat. But man, I just don't know. I have it neat, and next thing you know, I've done it again. And I guess it's because I keep moving, meaning you know, I got other things going on. I have no place to store boxes because I do shipping, ship out materials and stuff for things I sell, etc., etc. So anywho, speaking of sales, so you know, Biden running his mouth, signing a piece of paper saying, "Thou shalt submit," and all that. Look, if we don't stand up for the rights that we have, we never deserve to have them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You need to start educating the people out there that are clapping hands about this guy and thinking it's a great idea to infringe upon my constitutional rights and your constitutional rights. I will also have to say this too, on the pro-gun side. If we don't stop classifying ourselves and having all this internal fighting, like I'm a police officer and you have a problem with law, guess what? You're not helping the side that's trying to help you maintain your civil liberties. Okay? I can't speak for everybody. I'm a sample of one, meaning little old me. And as a police officer, I want citizens armed. I want citizens to have every available means to defend themselves. If that means a 78-year-old woman with a Gatling gun, I am down with you, honey. Hell yeah, I'll load your stick mags. Okay? I mean, we got to stop this shit. We got to stop the people there in D.C. that have turned the president's chair into a king. And it's not Biden. It's more than Biden. This goes back starting about 105, 110 years ago, in my opinion. I would say, anyways, we got to stop it. We got to band together, black, white, yellow, and red, and suck it up that, hey, life is not government, and that life, they have no clue what the hell they're doing other than taking more from us. Okay, I'm off the bandwagon on that deal. Hope everybody's doing good. If you're not writing your congressman and senator, I'm back on it again, I'm sorry. If you're not writing your congressman and senators, you're a damn idiot. On the state level, on the federal level, get up there and start aggravating the hell out of them. Anywho, back to this. So, yeah, it's a mess. Sorry. My man cave here is kind of like it's my little world, man. I get in here and I just get to doing, except for stuff that's business related. All right. So in the previous video, I showed you the Steyr trigger pack I just purchased and the upgraded springs. Customer service for those guys, man, I'm telling you, is primo. Easy to talk to. They'll talk to you. You're not waiting online. There's not a crazy numerical code for anything. So I wanted to order another aftermarket part. Okay, so let me tell you my background or my little story here. So I was thinking to myself, I wanted something that wasn't AR, and I didn't want, you know, but I wanted something in 5.56, 223 because of the I guess at this time the availability to do so. And I just wanted something a little bit different. I wanted something that was on my bucket list, and perhaps this time I'd hold on to the damn thing. So Steyr Aug. Found one at a great price. Great price. If I told you what the price was, you'd fall over the back of your chair when you look up what the prices of these things are. with everything I got with it, honey hush, you wouldn't have turned away that either. But, so I thought, PS No Tech guy, you gonna buy you another one. That's right. I was like, I'm gonna buy me another Steyr Aug. And then the two little guys popped up on my shoulders. Buy it. No, you can't buy it. You got to be responsible. Boy, you better buy it. You better get it, boy. No, you best be responsible now. You got things to do now. You got things to handle. Come on now. Come on now. Now, don't listen to him. Come on now. Come on. You want it, boy. Get it, boy. So, this was all going on, and I went, stop, collaborate, and listen. So, I started looking at, well, why do you want two when one is just as good to do more with more things? Okay, so the receivers on them things are solid. As long as a hand grenade or an old pickup truck ain't run over them, or a tank or anything, they're good to go. And that's what I did. I was like, well, the receiver's good, so what's missing out of this? Right? Well, a trigger pack. First thing I did, trigger pack, brand new trigger pack, and upgrade the springs. Check the mark. Now, what I wanted to do then was I wanted a new, can you hear it? Yeah, boy. Got me this here new stock from little old Alabama, from the Steyr Aug company, or Steyr company in Alabama. And great, like I said, man, I made my order, and they didn't hesitate. This thing was on the road again, and it was to me. So, as you can see, this is how it will come. No retaining pin, no buttstock. And it also says that. I have put my receiver on here, and it is tight. So I don't know if there's like a break-in period with the stock where it gets in its own little groove. Imagine so. I've been working this. When I first got it, it was so tough. I had to take one of my small hammers here. Didn't use the brass side, of course, use plastic side, and give it a little tap to get it going. And ever since I've been working it back and forth, it's been doing pretty well. I've been able to now without getting a whole lot of force into it. The cross pin safety is very tight. Now, when this came, the trigger, let's talk about the trigger. The trigger was loose as a goose, really loose. I mean, it was loose. So I tightened it down all the way till it stopped. I put the receiver in, and I started working the action on it, and it was no bueno. So I took it off and I started making my adjustments, and you know, once again, I'm not 100% on this. I'm still trying to learn myself. I think there's still a lot of play in that movement. I don't know yet because I haven't gotten to the range, and I won't have a chance this weekend. But I hope to have video of that so we can all see what it's doing. The next thing is the magazine release. This thing is free as a bird, son. I don't know. I don't know if there's like if I have to come in here and tighten this up, what have you. I'm gonna find out before I start really getting into this. But I wanted two stocks, and I wanted this one in the actual green because the other one is actually black. And the guy who owned it, the previous owner, he painted it green. So I guess he didn't want to shell out the extra money for a stock. Now that's the negative with Steyr. I mean, Steyr, this is a great rifle. Anyone who buys this, as long as it's a Steyr, not the MSAR that was made, you will have a fantastic rifle with great customer service. That's my opinion so far. So far, I have not been displeased at all. The only thing is, because this is not a more obtained firearm. It's become a niche gun. So it's for a niche crew, a niche crowd. I guess I'm the fanboy. But I'm really hoping that I get a chance to shoot my cousin's Tavar. He has an X95. And he likes that one a lot. He says the trigger on the X95 versus this is hands down, this is going to lose. So game on. You know, the problem is my cousin ain't around here. He is out west. My goal is to keep this one as is. My other goal is on my older stock. That's going to be my fun stock, man. I'm going to rattle can the heck out of that thing. It's going to look boosh. I'm going to do all kinds of crap with that thing. But this one's going to remain as is in green. There's a gentleman in Tennessee called T.N. Steyr, Tennessee Steyr. I plan on signing up for his armors class because I really want to have the details, the knowledge on this thing. So, yeah. But it's very stiff. The everything on this gun is stiff, and the more I sit here and kind of work on the parts, they soften up, or you know, they get in there on a little groove. I'm still not sure about the trigger because, as you can see, if we watch, I'm going. Wait a minute. There we go. See how the trigger just simply falls, and I don't know if that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's correct. I got to get it out to the range. I got to shoot this thing and see what it do. But we're about 12 minutes into this thing, and I don't like long videos for y'all. But I do plan on getting some more parts, and as we go along, I'll do video on that. I really want the Austrian cleaning kit just to go along with it. I think it'd be cool. I'd like to get a additional retaining pin, a butt stock, because if I do that, then I'll go ahead and install the trigger pack, the retaining pin. I mean the trigger pack, the butt stock, retaining pin, and voila. But I still have to put this gun in the category of a niche gun because of the, and here we go. But what I was getting back to, you will pay for these. Okay, the price that you pay for this is the price of another AR, just the stock. The price that you pay for the trigger pack plus this is an AR, you know, on a, not a GPAR. Now you're getting into a good a BCM AR. And I got another big purchase I want to make with this, but I won't be doing it right now. I got too many fingers in the fires for other things related with jobs and etc. But when I get that, I'll show you what it is. We'll talk about it. Now, y'all have a good one. Call your congressmen and senators. Let them know that you're the boss and they're not. And we got to stop Biden and his craziness. Because the next president was just as mad shit hatter as the one we got now. We don't deserve the rights we have. We don't deserve the liberties we have if we don't fight for it. And you don't have to have a bullet to get it done. Remember that. You don't have to have a bullet to get it done, but you have to have the courage to stand up. Because the problem that we have created today is we've got a chair that says president, and we've put a crown on that chair. We've made it king. It's brought us to wars that we shouldn't have been in. It's lost us lives that we shouldn't have lost. It's put the presidency, over the power of the House and the Senate, which is not what it's supposed to be. The House and the Senate should be over the power of the president. Every time we get a president, my administration will be implementing the following things. Who gives a shit? I didn't elect you as President of the United States to implement your policies and your procedures. I elected you as President of the United States to uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of the United States of America. Because I, as a citizen, do not really have a voice anymore because the government of the federal has stripped me of that power. See, we no longer have that power because they don't give a shit about us. If you don't like guns, don't exercise that right. But I guarantee you this, when that's gone, and that's heavily regulated and licensed, your First Amendment's gone too. Then the Fourth Amendment, then the Fifth, then the Sixth, back it up to the Third. Every one of them, right down to the Mirandas, which, by the way, if you don't know, Miranda was actually guilty. He did stab those people. But the Miranda had something more to do with the actions of the officers. Okay. Anywho, I'm just rambling now. But I'm trying to say is it's time to return back to the Republic and not turning into this regulatory system that's killing us. Banks falter, the government pays it off. Why did you pay it off? Where'd you get the money from? From you. Social Security's drying up. It's been dry up. They just lying. You people that are in your 20s and 30s that have been paying into Social Security just like I have, that's in their 50s, won't see a damn dime of it. But you'll still pay it. So, you know, if we don't get out of our little worlds of, well, you're a cop and I don't like you, and we don't get out of our little worlds of you're a green-haired, long-haired, homosexual dude and I don't like you. If we don't get out of that stuff, we won't make it. You know what I'm saying? There comes a time in your life when you got to figure out, like, for example, me. I don't believe in homosexuality. I think it's an abomination. I think it's ungodly. I think it is a damnationable sin. Now, with that said, that's my opinion, but you've never heard me say that or thrust that on another human being. I don't believe in abortion. I think it's the same way. But I don't force myself on other people to believe the way I believe. The only time I say, whoa, stop, is when you are infringing upon the civil liberties that I as a citizen have. I don't believe that homosexuals and lesbians should be allowed to marry in the church because it's ungodly. It is sinful. If you don't believe it, that's your opinion. My opinion is that. But my opinion don't mean nothing to you. The only time it means something was when you infringe upon my civil liberty to live my life. If you male and if you man and man go to a church and knock on that door and they say, will you marry us, we're homosexuals, and they say yes, I ain't got nothing to do with it. But the same token, if that church says it is ungodly and we cannot, and they close the door, that man has no grounds to attack that church, nor persons who are homosexuals or lesbians. You don't. We've lost that. We've lost that individual determination to live your life in the course that you feel is right for you. Anyways, I've been rambling. It's 19 minutes in this thing. I'm really sorry. But Steyr Aug, if you can get a hold of one, I do not think you'll be disappointed. I sure ain't. And as always, be back directly.